of life is a divine creation. From the majestic trees, to the grand oceans, to the vast sky, the endless universe, and all the beings that inhabit this great, great space. Everything is inherently beautiful. Each flower is like a painting. Each shade of grass, the rolling hills, the glorious sun, the mysterious moon and all the planets, like a perfect symphony. The rustling of the leaves in the wind, the currents that move our waters, the rising and the falling of the waves, and the song of bird. And amongst it are our bodies moving with that same grace, that same love that is inherent in nature and that holds everything together. Hi, welcome to my video. We often hear people say you are beautiful no matter what, as a ways of boosting our self-esteem and making us feel better. But I think we often don't go to the root of this. So let's see where we can take this today. If you like this video, don't forget to press like, to share it with anyone else you think it might bring a smile on their face, and to subscribe to my channel so we can stay connected, and to support the making of videos like this that raise the energy in this world. When people say you are beautiful no matter what, it often is part of a feel-good moment that soon dissipates when we look into the mirror and we see all those things we don't like about ourselves. Those little flaws, signs of aging. And I think this is because our perception has been conditioned in a certain way. We are brought up to believe that we are separate from this beautiful creation, and that we are a body that is judged due to certain criteria, such as age, weight, certain facial features, hair, height, so many things. And if we happen not to fulfill those criteria, we are conditioned to think we are not beautiful. But think of a child. A child never checks their makeup or their hair, never even looks into the mirror. And yet they are often the most beautiful thing to behold. But it does go much deeper than this. When we cut off our connection with the divine essence that feeds all of life and that we are, it is like cutting off the root of the flower that we are, and it begins to wither. And we can often see that quite literally on people's faces, when they appear dull, withered, and gray. But when we think of the description of paradise and divine places, of gods and goddesses, of angels, they are all immaculate and beautiful. Why is that so? Because they are in love with and they embody the very essence of the divine. And they all can look quite differently. Some with soft faces, long blonde locks. Some with more regal faces, dirty black hair, all sorts of different combinations, and they all look beautiful. The gods of love, strength, faith, truth. The angels of the heaven, even the humans in paradise, Adam and Eve. All the depictions that arise for these beings are immaculate. Why do we ourselves paint them like this without exception? And why are we drawn to them? Because at our core, we are like that too. How else can we conceive of it? We can't conceive of anything we don't know. We are that at our core. All the beings who have purified their eyes will see you like this. Because all they see when they look at you is your divine soul, shining and beautiful. It might be covered up by different pursuits that we choose to follow in life and form superficial marks on our faces and bodies. But they can never truly stain the beauty that lies underneath. And anyone with pure eyes will see that. So it is true, you are always beautiful, like an angel, like the sky, like a flower. But it doesn't depend on the clothes that you are wearing, or intricate makeup tricks, or your hair or your weight. It rather is the very nature of your soul, if you let that shine through. I have recently watched a program on TV where a person who looks a lot older than they are, supposedly, due to a hard life or they haven't been able to look after themselves, are given a complete makeover. And their age is estimated at the beginning and the end of the program. And the goal is to take 10 years off their age. And the way they do this is by giving them a new haircut, makeup advice, fashion advice, fillers. And at the end of the program, they step out from behind the curtain in front of their loved ones to show their new look. And all of this comes from the knowing that we are always beautiful. Just sometimes when we let ourselves go, it starts to show on the outside, and we don't really feel like ourselves anymore. But it is not a letting go in terms of facial care or expensive products, but an inner letting go. Letting go of the question, who am I really? And what is the nature of my soul? We neglect our connection with the divine essence, the juice of life. With that remains despite of what happens in life. Our ability to take a distance from thoughts, emotions, events, and confirm our true position as divine consciousness. And we all are at different stages of this. For some, it might mean to practice more yoga, more meditation, more mindfulness. For others, simply to be silent. If you think of that TV program, once you take off your makeup and clothes, what has really changed? When you look into the mirror, will you still feel beautiful? Or perhaps even more disappointed because we are looking in the wrong places? We all know intuitively that beauty comes from the inside. It shines through. On a superficial level, that might mean being a beautiful person. But at the root of it, it means seeing through that whole concept of being a person and realizing that you are consciousness without end. All these beautiful things that we see around us in manifestation are part of that consciousness that we are. There truly is no separation. We are as endless as the sky, as beautiful as a flower, and as divine as the song of bird. If we take that I out of the way, that misconception that there is a separation and that we are different, I would love to give you an exercise for this. To find a peaceful place in nature and just sit there for a moment. You can close your eyes And open your awareness to the sounds around you. Feel the breeze of air on your face. Listen to the brook, the river, the ocean, the leaves rustling in the wind. Really see how you can let go of the boundaries between you and what you sense. Can you become that sky that you sense above you? The air that moves around you? The bees that hum in the air? How does it feel? For most of us, what will happen is that we feel more space inside the chest, the heart, the mind. Be courageous to surrender to this space and to surrender to the boundaries dissolving. And this doesn't mean that you can't function in life anymore and do the things you need to do. Quite on the contrary. It means that you can meet life with that more space, more calm and peace. And everything in life will follow suit. And your outer appearance will change too. Even those who are still conditioned by the so-called criteria of beauty might notice a difference about you. Maybe something that is shining, beautiful. And they might be attracted by that and seek your company and wish for that peace too. Your beauty is always here. It can never fade. It is who you are. A perfect divine being. We are just conditioned to conceive of ourselves as a separate body that ages and often preoccupy ourselves with activities that do not elevate our being. The more you devote yourself to these practices and moments of peace and acknowledge them as true, the more your perception will return to its origin of pure seeing. And you can see this beauty shining in everyone and all of the time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to press like, to comment, and to subscribe if you like. Bye!